following is footage from last Friday and will now explain roughly how that day went. Enjoy.
Technically speaking, my Friday started with the end of my Thursday when I stayed up stupid late on the internet and listening to music. Each second of this blackness represents an hour of sleep I managed to grab in the night. And then I forgot to film in the morning, so enjoy the first picture I found of myself that looked just completely exhausted. And then there was driving. And more driving. Peppered with even more driving. I then filmed myself pretending to take a nap, but never actually got around to taking a nap, so this isn't particularly accurate, which was followed by more driving, which is very accurate. I temporarily transited into celestial being, followed by driving someplace that wasn't in the middle of nowhere. Then we arrived at the Dandelion Cafe in Orlando, which is a cool vegan cafe, of which I completely failed to get the outside of, but it is charming and has delicious food, as well as great tea. Here's us waiting for our food. This doesn't need to be in here. It just is. Don't worry, Lauren's confused as to why it's in here too. After lunch, we drove around and ended up in a place called Winter City, which is home to beautiful storefronts and a lovely little park, which I attempted to film, though not with any particular skill.
I can't actually film like this. Why don't I just flip the camera?
We stopped for some ice cream at Kilwin's, and all of us enjoyed it immensely. We experienced our first Florida celebrity sighting in the form of Carrot Top. Then we went to a bookshop called Brandywine Books, which was full of a lot of used and old books that were all very interesting. Is definitely a way to put it. Next, we went up a set of frankly gorgeous stairs that turned out to lead to a stationery shop full of very cute prints. Then my mom went to a coffee shop and I didn't bother to film anything because I couldn't give a crap about coffee, so enjoy these photos from Big Stock. Then we happened upon what can only be the coolest bookstore ever. It had books and weird, awesome socks and cool fountain pens, which I may or may not have used to commit a grave spacing error, but I hope you'll just ignore it. Overall, I just really loved it there. Then we went to a store that had bunny plates, which can only be described as awesome. Then we saw my aesthetic in a broken table at the back of an alley. Then we relaxed in the park and watched the trains go by.
Looky. Oh, the trains.
There was more driving, but this time with song.
Ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, everything's.
Dinner came in the form of Four Rivers Smokehouse, and though I forgot to film the food, it was amazing. And then it was time for the goodbyes, the hugs, the parting of such sweet sorrow, the promise of a quick return.
I hope I can see you guys soon.
And then we ended the way we started, with a whole lot of driving. But me and Mom found a way to make it interesting, of course. Don't worry, I just saved you from me completely butchering that note. But on the whole, it was a great little trip.